Hi guys. So as you know, I really like to share things with you specifically that have been such a big helpful part of my healing journey. And I think about these things all day, every day, and remind myself why I did things in certain ways and how much it's helped me to heal. And I just think it's so important for anybody who might be going through something similar, who isn't quite to the other end yet, to share what I have learned in case it does apply to you. Today, what's on my mind a lot is letting go of toxic relationships. I have done videos on this. I think I've done podcasts. I've written blog posts about it. So check out www.meghappens.com to check those out if you want to. But I think lots of us hang on to relationships, friendships, even familial blood family because we feel obligated to, because they're family, right? You feel like you have to. You feel like you're this terrible person if you choose to let go of a relationship. That was a big hurdle for me that I had to get over. But my littles inside me that weren't healed yet, little Megs inside were just screaming for me to please cut those ties to the people that hurt me then and were still hurting me to this day. Excuse me. Even though they weren't here with me physically all the time, they were always up here and they were in here. And even though a lot of them, especially closer family members, my mom, for example, I don't usually talk specifically about her. I don't mean any ill will towards her. And I'm not going to go into specifics, but I have let go of our relationship. It's been almost 3 years since I've had contact with her, and my health and my healing has dramatically increased. As soon as I let go of that tie, things started to drastically improve. That's not a coincidence. My body started to heal. My brain fog started to clear up. I wasn't triggered all the time. I wasn't in and out of dissociation all the time. And that distance from her allowed me to get angry. It allowed me to feel the things that I wouldn't let myself feel as a child, and it let me scream and rage and kick and scream. And those are things I wouldn't have wanted to do to her face because that wouldn't have been pretty. So I feel like I did us both a favor by doing it the way I did. And I have written her letters. She knows how I feel. She knows how I healed. But anyway, that was a hard one. And it was more the guilt, it was that same shame spiral. I've done podcasts on this, on toxic shame. And that's what was keeping me, it was keeping me small. It was keeping me from embodying the truth of who I really am. Just lots of the insults and things that were thrown around in my family when I was a child. I was very sensitive. Not only was I sexually and emotionally abused and watched physical and all kinds of abuse happen in my household, but, you know, even my mom not knowing better, I think I started out really sensitive because of those abuses. And then, so then everything that she said really got in my head, and she did not mean to make me feel badly, I don't think. I think she was just passing it down to me, what she got from her mom, who was much worse than she was, you know, and she did better than her mom, well, in some ways. And I'm doing a hell of a lot better than mine. So we're moving in the right direction here. But, that was something that I had to do. I had to let go, and I don't regret it for a second, and I don't feel guilty about it anymore. My guilt was it was just more that toxic guilt cycle. Like, I knew she was blaming me and saying, how could she do this? Your family, no matter what, you shouldn't. You know what? I was terribly sick. I was emaciated. I was foggy. I was hospitalized left and right, and I was about to kill myself, you know? And if I hadn't killed myself, it probably would have withered away to nothing. I was in fight or flight all the time. I had hypertensive crises, you know? I had to let go. I had to do what I had to do for me. And that involved letting go of my family. And now that I've done that, it's really easy to let go of people. You know, let me put it this way. If you are in a relationship, a friendship, anything like that, that you don't absolutely have to be in. And I mean, how do you define that? Like, people would say that, me leaving my mom, that I had to stay in that relationship because I'm her daughter. I don't see it that way. I just don't, you know. I needed her all my life, and she was there towards the end, but she wasn't there the first 35 years that I really needed her. So I don't have anything to feel bad about. And by letting go of her and a handful of other toxic relationships in my life, I have completely healed, completely blossomed, and now I can be here for the people who deserve my loyalty and my love and my good health. I can be here for me first. I put me first now. And me, it goes me, my daughter, and my husband, and that's how it should be, and my dogs and cat, you know, and then everybody else is after that. It's just the way it is. But the point is that I'm able to help so many people now. I'm able to reach hundreds, if not thousands of people now, because I chose to cut those ties for myself. And now I'm able to give back. I couldn't do that before. I was trapped in a prison in my own mind, and I was trapped in my own mind and my own body, and I couldn't articulate. I couldn't hold a thought because I was so foggy from dissociation and ill health. So I had all these great ideas trapped inside me. I had all these healing ideas, and just all these ideas that I couldn't get them out because I was too sick to do so. And now I can express myself, and it's just incredible and amazing. And I just want to tell you that it's okay to let go of toxic relationships, even if it's temporary. Just say, this is how I feel. I'm sorry, but this is how I feel, and I need a little break. You can try boundaries first. Like, this is what you got to do if you want to stay in my life. And if that doesn't work, say, I need a little break. And, why don't you work on healing yourself for a little bit and come back and see me when you're, and I'm not saying that you should try to change people. People probably aren't going to change. But in my situation, I needed for my family to try to heal themselves. And that was just a condition, and it's not happening. So I feel no sense of loss. I feel nothing but gain. And I wish them well. I do. I wish them peace, and I wish them well. So just know, if you spend time with somebody and you just feel icky and just heavy and just, bad about yourself or whatever afterwards, if you text with somebody or you talk to somebody on the phone and you just don't feel good about yourself, about the relationship, about life afterwards, if it's just a one-off thing, that's one thing. But if it's time and time and time again, you got to sort of raise an eyebrow and think, what is it about this relationship that's not working for me? What is it about this person? And maybe take a little break. And there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. Don't worry about what other people think. Worry about yourself, because once you're your best self, then you can be your best self for those who deserve that from you. So that's been on my mind a lot lately, and just wanted to get that out there. I love you guys.